Today, my friends, we are doing a bracket a la March Madness of indie horror characters that you know and love. We asked you in the community tab, hey, we got a lot of characters in here, but we want to make sure that your favorites are also represented. And so you left your little comments, you went, and then you got it in, and then we took some of these things and put them in a bracket here, and we're going to be doing some face-offs to figure out the indie horror character who would probably win in a fight.
Yep.
In an ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. The full version of the bracket that I'm going to be filling out here today on the GTLive live stream. My name's Ash. This is my technician, Sam.
Hey there.
And you could fill it out for yourself, and you could fill it out as I'm going through. Try to do it beforehand and see if you can predict what I'm going to do. Bracket busting, that whole thing. This is going to be our version of March Madness.
Yep.
All right? Potato, closed caption. I assume it's Cooking Companions.
You'd be correct in that assumption.
Potato versus the Lethal Company.
Yeah, so this is Potato from Cooking Companions versus the Lethal Company.
What? What kind of like, is Potato going to like face the board? Like, he's just it's one potato versus a company.
Versus a company.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, any kind of item could take down. A piece of Scotch tape took down Richard Nixon.
Oh my gosh.
All it takes is one item.
I mean, okay. So the Lethal Company.
Yes, the Lethal Company.
They're grabbing metals.
Correct.
They're grabbing scrap metals.
Correct.
And they're doing things with the metals.
That's true.
It's capitalism. It's a regime.
Yes.
Right? Potato knows no politics. Potato knows violence.
That's true.
Potato knows how to turn a group of chompettes and use them to his benefit. Like the company, the broader company, no. Like, you need a potato personality to lead a company like that.
Behind the Lethal Company is a potato.
Right, but we're not facing the potato. We're facing a corporation. We're facing a brand.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. I lean potato.
I'm trying to see where I lean as well. I think I may lean. I kind of want to get into some disagreements. Well, there's 64. We'll get to them later. I think I lean potato as well. Potato also overthrew like the whole chompette system from Dreadweight to
yeah, and then he manipulated the election.
Exactly. So Potato's got a little bit of capitalism in him by default.
Right, but like lawlessly.
Yes.
Lawless.
Yeah, Potato is ruthless. I think Potato could lead the Lethal Company. I don't think the Lethal Company could do what Potato does.
No, they would be threatened by Potato.
Yes. They send other people out to do their work. They send the, whatever they're called in Lethal Company, the people out.
Yeah.
To scrounge the metals. Potato would be there, shovel in hand, finding metals himself.
Yeah, he'd get scraps from them.
Well said.
Yeah. It's Potato.
I think it's Potato as well.
It's Potato.
But he has no fists. It doesn't matter. It's not a fist fight necessarily.
He's playing mind games.
Exactly. There's more than one way to win a fight.
True. I mean, Lana's kind of a victim. And Baba Yaga is a force. When you boil it down to the key ingredients.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Here's what I'll say for Lana. The Baba Yaga. Well, actually, I may just convince myself the opposite. I was going to say the Baba Yaga is like, isn't she respectfully like an old witch that kind of looks gross?
Yeah.
Lana may be able to just kind of stunt her way through this fight. But the reason I talked myself out of it is I think in Cooking Companions, she shows up as like a normal looking. She doesn't show up like all gross and creepy.
Right, and can also riz people up.
Yeah.
As we've seen in Cooking Companions.
So now, does that make Lana more susceptible to be rizzed up? Or has she learned her lesson through being rizzed by Agamemnon, and she's now, her radars are up for false rizzers?
Okay. Lana has dealt with some very powerful figures.
True.
Aggie,
Yes.
Baba Yaga.
Yes.
Both very powerful in their own right.
Agreed.
Very powerful. But I don't know if Lana has the tools to fight back.
I don't disagree with you. Lana needed us to save her. She did. Agamemnon, we can say, is a creature of equal power, maybe, to Baba Yaga.
Yes.
If he's like whatever he is, a figure.
Yeah.
But she lost.
Right.
Quote unquote. She needed us to save her. So I would say in this matchup, she would lose as well.
All right.
So it's a Baba Yaga.
Yeah. Yes. Which makes this a bonkers. This is rough matchup.
Great matchup.
Afton versus
That is
Baba
a
Yaga
wild.
is
Yeah.
rough.
Look forward to that. I
Wild
want to talk
matchup.
about immortal beings.
This is a heated matchup. Like, it's almost stupid.
This could honestly be a finals matchup.
It
These
could.
two.
It could. So Afton versus the Baba Yaga.
Yeah.
John Wick, not quite. Not quite. Ooh.
Baba Yaga.
This is one you sit with.
I know. I'm trying to give one of these characters a fair shake because I'm very sternly in one camp, and I want to make sure that I am being unbiased.
I just... Afton can kill and take down a lot of things.
Yes.
The Baba Yaga, I don't know if he can.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he can.
And especially I think his whole gimmick about coming back, she like will cook him into a soup and eat him. Like there's no coming back from that.
No. Like, Glitch Trap would be his only hope.
Yeah.
But that's still defeat.
I think it's Baba Yaga.
Like,
She's going to be a tough one to take down. I'll tell you that.
I think Glitch Trap is like the only thing that stands in the way of this. Like, how would she take down Glitch Trap?
She doesn't care about computers. She's like an old witch who lives in the forest.
Right? You could probably interfere with technology that way. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Like she does everything old fashioned. She doesn't even own a computer.
I think it's I think it's Baba Yaga.
I know. It's tough to see Willie A go. I know he's a fan favorite. But I just don't see a world where he wins this matchup. Even
Yeah.
like it's sure we're trying to make an argument for how she can like fully kill him. I don't think there's a single good argument for how he kills her.
Yeah.
She's like an immortal, unkillable, which we can't factor in too heavily because she's got to die maybe sometime.
Right.
She's like a house also.
Yeah, and like the further you go into like Glitch Trap land, then you have like the Mimic coming into it. Now there's like a blend of characters, and that gets confusing.
Yep.
I think if we're talking about William Afton,
The dude.
yeah, Baba Yaga takes it.
I agree.
All right, the Baba Yaga versus Home.
We kind of talked about this one last round.
I think
It's
Baba Yaga takes it.
Yes.
Baba Yaga takes it.
Baba Yaga's the better version of Home.
Yes. Baba Yaga can overpower anything or any kind of control that Home wants to deem over it.
Agreed.
No question. Baba Yaga versus Amanda.
Very good matchup.
These two are kind of goated.
Yeah.
Amanda's powerful. But so is the Baba Yaga. But I don't know how influenced Amanda would be. I'm trying really hard. I want to make sure I'm removing bias from this.
Yeah.
And looking as objectively as possible. Because I think I want Amanda to win.
I think we're going to land in the same place here. I think it's Baba Yaga.
I'm not convinced.
I'm not seeing a world where she is, one, lured by Amanda.
I guess so.
She doesn't care about the tapes. She's not a child. She's not into technology.
I know, but just like the power of like Amanda going in demon mode is like, could the Baba Yaga take that down? I don't know.
I think the Baba Yaga is like a when it's not in like its disguise or whatever, is apparently like a huge like house creature. I think it would be like a battle of the Titans.
You know what? I got to give credit to Sapphire in chat, who says Amanda's a new demon. Baba Yaga is an ancient witch. Baba Yaga crushes.
True. Experience.
I think that's the convincing argument I needed.
Yeah.
I concede.
All right. That's a tough matchup, though.
That's
a Final Four matchup for sure.
I want Amanda to win, but I think the old witch, an experienced one, versus newer sort of demon who, is still kind of going through a lot of that turmoil.
Yeah.
And is, at the very core of it, like a very scared and upset kid. I think it makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. This could be Baba Yaga Princess. I'd be happy with that as the final brawl.
Yes.
That is.
It does feel like maybe this right side of the bracket was a little more stacked.
Yeah. Whoever wins this goes up against Dog with Gun.
Just the guy with a gun. One, like, ever omnipresent, all-knowing princess, and the other is a grand mythical witch of, like, invincible, versus a guy in a costume with a gun. I see some people in the chat going, Slender Man is immortal. He can't be hurt. And for these purposes, he can be. What are you cooking on?
Man, this is rough. This is rough.
You sound like the dog.
Ruff. I didn't know I could do that.
Ruff.
Okay, Baba Yaga versus Princess. Both are very, very powerful. This is hard.
This is March. It's like an ESPN ad.
This is March Madness. This is like when it was UNC Duke in the Final Four, and it was just such a wild game. This has that same energy right now.
I know.
Like, I don't know if I need to grab my shoes to rush Franklin Street, but I don't want to jinx it. And so I'm sitting there like white-knuckled on the couch, unsure of what to do. Ooh. It's one where like you just need to sit with it.
I know.
Like they're almost like too powerful.
Yeah.
Like this would cause catastrophic world damage.
This is one of those things, like one of those problems that Marvel runs into, where every villain is now like a world-ending threat. It's like, okay, well, how are they going to fight each other without just everyone dying?
And then go up against Dog with Gun.
Man in dog costume with double-barrel shotgun. It's only got 2 bullets.
He reloads between,
Time out. I need to reload.
Oh, golly. Woo.
This is awesome.
All right. Okay. I need you, Sam, to go through chat
Okay.
and start reading me some arguments. Because I think this is the one that people are going to be fired up for.
Yeah.
And I need to go into this with some leads.
Yep. Okay. Josh Gardner, the princess is mentally unstable. Baba Yaga is very wise and would take advantage of that.
Okay.
That guy, Robbie 14, the princess is based on the person's perspective. If Baba Yaga perceives the princess as what she is, the princess wins.
Interesting.
Ethan Owens, the princess becomes a stronger witch in another ending. Ego Dino, the princess is a reality manipulator. Mr. Selenius, princess controls timelines, right?
Well, how would Baba Yaga view princess, right? Because I think Baba Yaga might look down on her.
Cameron says Baba Yaga's a lot more powerful than the princess. princess can come back and get stronger. Dat girl ZZ.
Okay. How hard is it to manipulate the Baba Yaga, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I also this may just be a flaw in the whole system. I just don't go for the argument of like, well, the princess is a god and she's all knowing and she's all powerful. Like, okay. But if she's fighting the Baba Yaga, none of that matters.
It feels more even.
It does. The princess can be anything and everything. So she can be dead.
Oh my
the
gosh.
Baba Yaga is wise and more experienced.
Right, that's the same argument that was for Amanda.
This is an interesting one. Here we
Please.
go. This is what we were looking for. Dippy Fresh 2.0. The Baba Yaga drains people of their youth. That's interesting to me. The princess is like young. If Baba Yaga just like sucks the life out of her, drains her of her youth, that seems like it's pretty strong.
Can we confirm that the princess is, in fact, young or contains more qualities of youth? Because if it's like a god demigod argument, then could be older, but potentially still younger than Baba Yaga? Saying princess is not a real person, so that wouldn't work.
The
princess
princess is
doesn't age.
older than time itself.
Oh.
Yes, but like she's got a form. The game is like, I don't know.
Oh, this is rough.
I know. I just think, to me, it's like when theories are like, it was all a dream.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of a cop-out. Like, get in there and fight. Don't tell me that you can't fight.
Right, but like...
How does the princess beat Baba Yaga then?
Right, it's like, I think these two figures are both so powerful and like similar in terms of, you know, how long they've been hanging around, how much, you know, wisdom influence they have. Like, I think there's a fair point to be made about the Baba Yaga being more stable than Princess.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair point. That's something that could be exploited. What could the princess exploit Baba Yaga for? You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
Does Baba Yaga die in Cooking Companions? I don't think so, because there's the second one, right? Dreadweight, she's still alive. That's interesting what someone said.
Reese's Pieces says, Baba Yaga has tried and true methods.
Sunflower Boy says, the Baba Yaga is a house sort of a witch. Like a house and a witch together. And the princess is trapped in a cabin. So Baba Yaga can just contain the princess inside her. That's an interesting argument.
Okay. I'm seeing a lot of Baba Yaga pro arguments on Twitch right now.
YouTube is probably 99% princess.
Really?
Pretty vehemently.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, so we're split right now.
Yeah. Maybe it's like 95%
Okay.
princess.
Is there a tiebreaker that needs to be had? The big bad final poll.
Where do you vote? Because this is the end of the bracket.
I know. Unless we really think Dog with Gun could take on one of these.
Oh, well, I've got some arguments for that one. For sure. I don't want to get swept up in the noise.
I know. Based on the evidence presented at this point in time, I lean Baba Yaga.
I lean Baba Yaga. And I know that's going to make a large group of people pretty unhappy, but that's what this is. We're filling this bracket out. That's why we left a blank one in the comments for everyone to fill out their own.
Right? Like, I think if there's anyone who could take Princess down, this is the one to do it.
Correct.
I don't think anyone else really had much of a chance.
No one was even close. She went up against, like bozos, random bozos, a sea monster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to put Baba Yaga. But I think, based on everything we are learning here about the princess and what we've discussed before, we definitely need to go back to this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's make it happen.
Okay.
Let's make it happen. And we're going to lock in. And it's going to be good.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. This is what's happening right now, y'all. This is what it is. That was really... I feel tense.
Yeah.
I feel tense after that one.
It's a little tense.
Like, I really saw a world where either of them advanced.
Yeah. And I know people are upset. Like, I'm already reading comments and people are mad.
Yeah.
First of all, I think the one thing we can all do is just exhale. Just take a breath. This is a March Madness bracket we're making about video game characters. There really could not be anything less important.
Okay.
We're just having some fun.
There's one thing more important. Dog with gun versus Baba Yaga.
It's very important. I lean dog with gun. pretty unanimously. Here's why I lean dog with gun.
Please tell me. Please tell me.
Dog with gun in the game is like, yes, he's a man in a costume, but he's also interdimensional. He starts in the game. He comes out of the game. He is like, I don't know that time traveler is the right way to put it, but he's also like been a part of your past. Like, there's the photo of the dog costume on the wall in the house.
Yeah.
He's still like existing in the current day. There's the whole section of the game where you like throw certain things at the TV and you start getting into like the cult aspect of it and all this. Like, there's something to dog with gun that's supernatural as well.
I mean, you're not wrong in that.
And his benefit this whole time has been range.
Yes.
Baba Yaga is an old house lady that if I just stand 12 yards away and I shoot you with a gun, what are you going to do about it?
But, like, Baba Yaga can come back, right? Like, it doesn't end there, but I think dog with gun would have an easier way of reaching her, like, at a given point. Really utilizing the material world, technology. Now, if Baba Yaga, right, in whatever form Baba Yaga takes,
Yes.
was like, oh, going into the actual vessel itself, right? Going into the game. Because you can, like, turn around and look at the kid who's, like, playing the game, right?
Yeah.
Drain youth that way. Like, if she goes into Dog with Gun's world, she could become stronger through that draining. Theoretically.
Yeah, okay.
So, there's an exploit that could be used.
Well, here's the thing about... So, you're correct. Dog with gun, though, in duck season this is one of those where he's trapped in the game and he's trying to bait somebody else to come in so he can go out. So if Baba Yaga goes into the game, that's what Dog with Gun wanted. So he can get out of the game and she's trapped in there. Thoughts?
I have so many thoughts.
Did you know my writing was so fire?
I am trying to live in the present, live in the now.
That's good.
Because right now, part of me is a little bit stuck on, like, I think Dog with Gun could have taken down Doey, but the way that we argued it was not great. And I'm not satisfied with that, but I still think that Dog with Gun could have done it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think here of like, okay, we really need to logic through how Dog with Gun could take down Baba Yaga. Now, if this is the old switcheroo, like trap her in, that would be interesting. Because as you said before, it's what, Monica didn't have, and to an extent, Kinetopet as well. Like, can't go out into the outside
Correct.
realm, where Dog with Gun has that capability. And, like, time is swirly. And so it's like, whoa. Oh.
Now, Matthew Holmquist makes a good point.
All right, what's up, Matthew?
He said, counterpoint, Baba Yaga doesn't play video games. Which is, I believe, how you would get, like, sucked into the game.
Right.
Is, like, you finish the game, like, get all the achievements or whatever.
Yeah.
And then he, like, beckons you into the TV. So I don't disagree that she probably wouldn't be playing through the entirety of Duck Hunt.
That's probably true. Probably true. Unless down the line in the future, she was trying to, like, rizz up someone who was also a gamer.
Yeah.
But that's, like, again, we have to think about this in the sense of, like, they're being put up against each other to fight, which implies, like, there has to be some meeting in the middle, right? Now, we also said that Dog with Gun could just shoot the tires of Waffle Cone Willie. Like, that's outside, removed from a video game.
That's true.
So it's like,
well, to me,
there could be a within and without.
Exactly. This is the same rule that we had with, like, Bendy and Amanda.
Yeah.
There's Dog with Gun in the game. There's Dog with Gun out of the game.
Right.
Here, I think this is a pretty basic question to establish.
Yes.
Would shooting the Baba Yaga with a double-barrel shotgun do anything to her? Like, would that just kind of roll off?
Like, I think there'd be an injury, but I think she would recover from that. Like,
I think so.
I don't think
like,
it'd be endgame.
No, I don't think you can just end her with a shotgun.
Right.
So it seems like he's got to do more than that. It seems like there's got to be some combination of shooting and trapping. The question is she too wise and experienced to fall for his bait?
There's a lot of arguments happening about how many shots it would take for Dog with Gun to get Baba Yaga.
Which is awesome.
Okay, I have an idea.
Okay.
We have gone up to this point. What if we poll both places?
Okay.
Because it shows you the number, right, of how many votes?
It shows me total votes and percentage.
All right. So total votes for each option or just overall?
Total poll votes.
Okay.
I mean, we could approximate it through the percentage.
Yeah.
I also think if we polled it, it probably wouldn't be super close. We could just be able to figure it out.
Yeah. So let's poll both places.
Okay.
Y'all don't have to move. But let's poll on both.
All right.
Dog with Gun or Baba Yaga?
Okay. And then let me know when you're putting yours up and let me know when yours expires.
Here, mine's a little frozy. If you wanna hop in and do mine, RQ.
Okay.
I think your computer is a little bit faster than mine. All right, you're typing away. Go for it. Waiting for this to go. Whew. Voting on both, y'all.
All right. I'll leave this one up for 2 minutes.
All right.
I'm going to start both polls in 3, 2, 1. Okay, they started at the same time.
All right. All right. Waiting for it to pop up. Okay, there it is.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god, 50-50 split.
Vote your answer here. Who's the winner of the 2025 indie horror character bracket?
Oh my gosh. This is tense.
64 entered, only one will win. Who's the winner?
All right, the votes are coming in on Twitch and YouTube now. Steelbo says the way I scrambled to vote.
Yeah, you got time. Plenty of time. Still got about 1 minute and 10 seconds, probably.
I will say, it's funnier if Dog with Gun wins. But
yes.
Is that the truth?
I think it's very possible that Dog with Gun could win this fight.
I'd love to see it.
I know. I wish like there was an ending for this where like the two of them would come out and just fight.
Right? If you see it happen.
Yeah.
Can someone please illustrate the Dog with Gun Baba Yaga fight? Please. Please. Oh my gosh.
It's close.
All right, y'all. This is your moment. Make your voice heard.
Last 20 seconds. Vote, vote, vote. Do your civic duty.
All right. I see some of y'all on the prowl, taking on the mission.
And the poll is going to close right now.
All right. Who took it on YouTube?
With 53% of the vote and about 1,000 votes cast, it's Baba Yaga.
On Twitch as well, with 58% of the vote, Baba Yaga. Which means the winner I need to center that more. That's abysmal. I hated every minute of that. The winner of the 2025 March Madness Indie Horror, who would win in a fight bracket, is Baba Yaga from Cooking Companions. Good answer. Good answer.
Baba, come on down and get your prize.
Woo!